All right.
All right, what's going on there, Langers
Blocks.com.
Lock?
Here we go. Recap from our standard driver versus our mini driver. Call it a challenge. A little recap, but we came back, looked at all the numbers, and we're just going to give you a little recap on what exactly we did. So we got Casino
Numbers.
Craig.
Numbers down here.
The numbers never lie. Looking at the difference between that standard driver and that mini driver, what were your thoughts? Is it worth just sticking to the normal driver if you do have a mini driver?
Well, Steve Langer, I have a problem with the standard driver where I can't hit it on the course. I have the yips. So I put a mini driver in the bag to see if it would allow me to swing without the yips, and it actually has. So I wanted to see how much distance I was losing. And based on the averages, I mean, there's a couple in here that I thought I hit off the top of the face on the mini driver. But the averages, I lost about 12 yards or so. And what was interesting to me the most was if you look at the swing at the end where we were trying to basically swing as hard as we could with both clubs. And I hit both of them pretty good. I only lost 4 yards of distance, the mini going about 280 and the standard driver going about 284. So to me, until I can figure out the standard driver situation, I'm really not losing a whole lot with that mini driver. So I'm just going to continue.
So do you think that's similar to, say, someone that hits a 3-wood well and take them?
Well, that's the thing. I can hit the 3 was probably one of my better clubs. So it could be that it looks similar to the 3-wood. It plays with a lower tee height, and I like kind of hitting down on a ball rather than hitting up on it, which kind of freaks me out, which I think is another part of why I have trouble with the driver on the course.
Yeah. So when I'm looking at my numbers, we did also look at the fact that we had a little issue with the white driver head with picking up the numbers, because with the standard driver, my numbers, blow yours away. 5 out of 6 of our measures, I'm better than you at. But that's not the real true story. So that's what it needs to look at. I mean, if you look at the videos, clearly your shots were better than mine. And when I compare it to the mini driver, we're looking at, for me, almost, I should probably hit the standard driver. But it comes down to kind of, I think, like I said, is that if you hit one straight and you hit one hooked or sliced, you should just stick to the one that hit them straight. I mean, it's tough conversation when you look at you in the videos, at least. I mean, you're saying you can't do it on the court, but you hit them all. You're hitting them.
Yeah, I mean, on the driving range, I can hit a standard driver and a mini driver just as good as one another straight wise. It's just on the course I can't hit a standard driver, so it kills my score when I can't find the ball off the tee. But for you, I mean, you obviously got some swing speed. So it's interesting that your swing speed with the mini driver was even though I only picked up one of yours, it was 9 miles per hour slower with the mini driver, where mine was only 4 slower. And it is a shorter club, which makes sense for that 4, but that 9 mile an hour gap is a little weird. So
yes, a lot of it didn't make sense. I mean, if we look back at it realistically, 3 swings probably isn't really enough, especially when I hit the mini driver for the first time.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. The mini driver is my club, so it's kind of suited to me. So it's a little bit, it's not Steve's not used to it. So that's the other thing you got to take into consideration.
All right,
for me, it proved that I'm going mini driver.
It's all in your head
until I can figure it out. Until I can see a hypnotist.
Well, this is our quarantine edition, so odds are you may not get out there anytime soon.
Yeah, I can hit a driver into a net like I'm John Daly.
Like nobody's ever seen. All right. Well, I think that's a wrap on that. If anybody else has ever tried out the mini driver versus standard driver, let us know your thoughts. But
I
that,
highly recommend the mini driver if you have problems with a regular driver.
or we talked about it before. Maybe if you're having problems with the standard driver, think about hitting that 3-wood because it is a much different swing, and maybe that could be the real issue. All right. Thanks.
Golffox
.com.
out.